The globalists have learned from the Nazis of the Third Reich how to employ these methods to ensure obedience from an intimidated public. From the constantly changing terrorist alerts and color codes in public places since September 11th, 2001, Americans have learned to live with fear. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. Mass murder in Binghamton. I'm going to be consulting some news reports about this because this is very new information and I haven't had time to digest it all completely. But so bear with me for a minute. At least 12 people have been killed, along with the gunman himself, who supposedly killed himself. This is supposedly the gunman was a 42-year-old male from upstate New York. 4 victims are in 2 area hospitals. 2 are undergoing surgery. There may have been 20 to 40 hostages, and the shootings occurred at the American Civic Association, which helps immigrants and refugees. I will note, he's already being termed a lone gunman. He carried identification that said he was 42 and from upstate New York. A warrant is being obtained to search his home in Binghamton, and they would not say who it was, but I heard on a radio program that they did release a name, and it was an Asian name. I don't know whether or not that's accurate, but I have heard him described in different media reports as being Asian. So various SWAT teams and other things were put out to to try and stop the disaster from happening. Now, I did hear a couple of different reports that supposedly this person blocked one of the exits from the building with a truck so that people could not escape, the intent being clear that he wanted to go in and kill as many people as possible. I also heard media reports that as many as 3 weapons were found, 2 handguns and a supposed high-powered rifle. Now, I also heard some media reports that 2 individuals were removed from the place in handcuffs or restraints of some kind. I do not know any more about that, but I did hear that on the radio. So I want to put this out as quickly as possible because there is a great deal of tendency in this country for people to forget right from the very fucking beginning exactly what happened, when it happened, and how this information is used, because you have to understand that the news is carefully crafted and it is ultimately put to some kind of use. Whatever happens, whether you want to believe it's a conspiracy or whether you want to believe that there is some nebulous group or force that's behind the scenes, forcing things to happen or causing things to happen for the furtherance of some agenda, one must accept the fact that what does happen is used. And that is exactly what's going to happen in this case. What's going to happen now? I'm going to make some predictions, okay? Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong down the road. This man, it's going to be shown that he had some sort of mental problems and probably was on some type of psychiatric medication, whether it's an antidepressant or something stronger. The fact that he had more than one weapon, if in fact he did have more than one weapon, will be greatly emphasized, and this will be used as a tool to demonize weapon ownership. And this will be another attempt on the part of the authorities to curtail Second Amendment rights, because Why should anybody have 3 guns? Look what this crazy maniac did with his 3 guns. He killed 12 people. Also, I can see that this could be used in some way, shape, or form to lend sympathy to the immigrants in general. And this could be a lead up, a ramp up. This type of thing could be exactly what they need as a ramp up to some sort of a amnesty for illegal aliens, which is still burning on the back burner. Okay. I think that this news story is going to be used and abused. The saddest part of the whole entire thing, of course, it's a terrible tragedy that so many people have died. The saddest fucking thing about this whole thing is that the deaths of these people mean absolutely nothing to the people who are going to, like ghouls and zombies, march this fucking story out and make it into nothing but a freak show so they can sell their motherfucking agendas. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Mark my words. Agendas are going to pour out of this. The poor, sad, and terrible victims of this tragedy are going to be lost like they always have been lost in every type of incident like this, for the sake of promoting a fucking agenda. And you watch, if the governor of New York and if President Obama, I'm sure, is going to have something to say about this, and I guarantee you, my predictions, if not all of them, are going to turn out to be right. At least most of them will be. And you watch. This is going to be used as a tool to further national interests. And goddamn any of the terrible victims that had to suffer in this horrible tragedy. Thank you. Good night.